Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video of the Jetson Bolt Pro floating electric bike I bought at Costco for $299. Anyways, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell button for more Costco finds and other fun reviews and stuff like that. So a few days ago, I posted a video about the Jetson Bolt Pro floating electric bike I saw at Costco for $299. They had like about 8 units there, and I thought it was an awesome deal for $299. And I was so amazed about how small this thing was. And I've seen the boat before where it didn't have pedals, and I really didn't want that. I wanted something with pedals so I could still ride it even if it ran out of energy, and have some pedal assist to go beyond 15 miles per hour or 15 miles in range, probably more like 30. So this is a pretty awesome little thing you could throw in the back trunk. So that day I actually went and bought it, but wasn't able to fit it in my trunk because the box was really huge and I had passengers, as well as I had way too many things that I bought that day at Costco. So what I did was that no matter what I did, I couldn't fit it in my trunk or the back seat. So I asked them to return it. So I went back today and they actually still had it, which is pretty cool. So they actually still had it. So I was really happy about that. And this time around, I didn't have any passengers, so I threw it in my back seat and brought it home. So this is yeah, it actually fits in the back seat if you're interested. Anyways, I have other bikes I bought at Costco, like the Fat Tire XC00, which is very popular. I still love this bike. Put quite a bit of miles on it, and it still looks like that, by the way. Had a lot of videos about it as well. Some of it are very popular, some aren't. But it doesn't matter. It's an awesome, fun bike to ride with huge wheels, and I'll do a comparison between that. I also have a lot of other electric bike mods that I did before. You want to check out those bikes, as well as the Villano Atom. It goes 20 miles per hour or higher, and I really say higher because you mod it and put new gearings in it. So anyways, let's go ahead and do the unboxing for this guy. I'm in my alleyway, so it's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that up, and this is all new, which is nice. There is a spacer box. I'm gonna go ahead and take off that spacer box, and it's like a puzzle, guys. It's like exploring in a puzzle. I'm taking out which parts would actually stop this bike from getting pulled up. So I'm gonna, kind of heavy. It's actually like around 40 pounds or so, but I don't know. I need to take a look at the specs, and I'll put it on a scale a little later. But it looks like I just need to take off some of these more zip ties. So this is my handy scissors, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut these zip ties off, because right now that seat is zip tied to the post, which is pushed against the box. So let's take that guy out. Let's take this out, and let's go and pull this baby out. So, eek, not bad. It's actually not too heavy. It's actually close to about, feels like around a few sacks of potatoes. Okay, so put this on. There's a kickstand that's already done. Let's see what the accessory box has. Like, I love these floating bikes because they're pretty much like 90% already built and assembled. You know, especially like these, that they have mag wheels. You don't even have to chew the spokes or wheels or anything. Anyways, very easy to assemble. It looks like it has a light, a fender, some tools, as well as a charger cord, and some non-floating pedals. I'm glad it has pedals, but I'm going to probably upgrade these to floating pedals a little later, so it's a little bit more easier to store. I have that on all my floating bikes. I switch them all to floating pedals because you could, two things. For transit, it doesn't smack your shin when you transport these bikes on a train or a bus or whatever. I hate when that happens. And also when you're transporting in your trunk, you can actually fold it really tight and narrow so that it doesn't stick out anywhere. So very, very cool. I like how everything's all packaged, so nothing got scratched. Looks really, really cool. I didn't know this, but looking at the box, it says it actually is designed in Brooklyn. I have no idea, but it's definitely made in China, of course. Lots of packaging. And the pneumatic wheels already have air in it, which is nice. There's disc brakes on this guy, and it's all bolted down. So there's no quick release other than for the seat and for the stem, the two handlebar parts, the stem that folds up. Then we'll go ahead and lock this in. Oof, clink. And then there's actually a side thing that slides in. There's fenders on this that's already put on the front. There's still a rear fender that's in that box. I'll probably install that later. I'm not too interested since I don't ride on water that much. But I can see why people will have that, which is nice to have. There are some mounts in the back. Maybe we could probably put a rack in the back. Ooh, look, there's a bell. And also, oh, don't return this to Costco. Anyways, let's unwrap this guy too. This is, I think, the power on off. And there's a little cap, I think, that's on it too. So I could take off this holding thing. Yeah, that's about it. It's almost done. I just have to, lock down those quick release for the stem and everything else, and probably screw down these reflectors. But all the reflectors are already on, so this is pretty much good to go. Even when you just get this, all you need to do is tie down some stuff and unpackage it, put the seat on, and use the kickstand and put some pedals on. It doesn't seem that hard at all. In fact, this probably all took me of most like 10 minutes to do this. Ooh, the seat has a hair cover. It looks like one of those things you get at the hotel. Anyways, the seat has suspension too. There's little 2 springs on it on the comfort seat. So that should be pretty fun. Let me just lock that down with a quick release, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the thing that they're mag wheels. That you can't really true those wheels up in case they're bent or anything. But they don't look bent, so I'll test it out later. That's when my next video probably, when I start tuning this thing. So I'm just going to put the pedals on. These aren't floating pedals, which like I said before, I prefer floating pedals. You could spend another $5 and put floating pedals here, but it's okay. It's, I'll make do with these regular pedals until I order some floating pedals online. I'll leave a few links for the floating pedals I bought before, but yeah, they lasted quite a bit. So, but they're well worth it because it saves you a few shin hits. And one hit, makes you want to buy a floating pedal. Because it's paying so much. Anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and put those pedals on. I just hand tighten them, and I'll use a wrench a little later to tighten a little more. There is a bell, which is cool. That's already there, as well as a reflector. And again, that's the on-off button, and the other side is the power. Ooh, it's already full power. It's already 4 bars. So I guess I could probably just charge it a little and see it. Let's lock this thing down. And I'll probably take it for a spin, but before I take it for a spin, I'm probably going to chew up the disc brakes, because usually disc brakes need to be chewed a little by bending them a little and making sure they don't scratch. I've seen other videos where people complain that the disc brakes are noisy. Yes, because you need to true them. You have to basically calibrate them before using this. They probably come pretty well calibrated, but during shipping, the wheels might get the brake discs might get a little bit off, so you have to adjust them. And I could show you that on a previous video with my Volano Atom, which I basically show you how to true disc brakes. Very, very simple. You just basically do a slight bend and stuff just to make sure they're true. But everything seems to be tightened up. There seems to be like some mounting. I could probably mount some accessories like a rack on this thing, and overall it's a pretty good weight. There's lights in the front and back too. The light for the back is actually in the accessory box. And these are nice wheels that I don't have to true. Ha ha ha. Anyways, that's about it. And thank you to all 10,000 plus subscribers to the Sterling W channel. Whether it's Costco finds, DIYs, assembly videos, bike videos, like, subscribe, hit the bell button for more notifications for my channel. It helps my channel out. Big thank you to all you guys. And of course, my most popular ones is like the XC00 fat tire bike, which I really love because it's really fun to bike around the neighborhood and not with these huge tires. I'll do a comparison later, as well as all the bike mods I do for my e-bikes that I own. I have a couple and also a few other bikes. So I really love my bikes and take it with me everywhere. Anyways, a lot more DIYs and other bike tips, including like how to use a face covering, or how to replace the battery of your bike helmet light that's mounted on your bike helmet. And of course, DIYs on my cars and stuff, and Costco finds, a lot more Costco finds. And that's about it. Some reviews too, product reviews of like car stuff. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. See you next time. Bye-bye.